Hi, I'm Mark from the School of Government and Public Policy.
And hello and welcome. I'm Keith Swisher, a law professor, and I have the privilege and pleasure of directing the Bachelor of Arts in Law program at the University of Arizona. And we're both very excited to get to share with you some details about the program.
All right, let's get started.
Well, Mark, one fun fact I should add is we are the first Bachelor of Arts program in the entire country. Some others have followed us, but you still have the opportunity to study with the first and preeminent Bachelor of Arts program in the country.
That's right. Okay, with the Bachelor of Arts in Law, you will study core legal subjects taught by faculty in both the School of Government and Public Policy and the James E. Rogers College of Law. The degree will give you rigorous training to meet the increasing demand for professionals with legal training in varied career fields. And you'll also develop critical skills that are marketable across professions, such as the ability to think like a lawyer in solving problems and to make clearly written and logical arguments.
Thanks. And you might be wondering, well, what's the difference between a pre-law program, which you can get elsewhere in the country in one fashion or another, and an actual Bachelor of Arts in Law program? Well, pre-law programs, they typically, sometimes, they have a complementary curriculum in it. So something, for example, within political science or economics or English, just to name a few. Those particular subjects are taught by experts in the area. You might also have the ability through another office at the university to get some pre-law advising, and you may or may not have some complementary internship opportunities. The Bachelor of Arts in Law, though, takes a much more holistic and in-depth approach to the study of law. So in addition to what's best about some pre-law programs, we're getting a rigorous social science education. We have a very talented School of Government and Public Policy where, for example, you'll get political and social science classes. But in addition, from the law school, you're going to get substantive legal topics like criminal law, constitutional law, property law, contracts, just to name a few, environmental law and policy. And these subjects are going to be taught to you by leading legal scholars and lawyers and researchers in the field. And you'll also have the opportunity to strike bonds with them, which you wouldn't typically have at another undergraduate institution, because law schools across the country typically only teach graduate courses, which is not the case through the BA in Law program, where the law school is teaching college undergraduate courses as well. In addition to the general pre-law advising resources you can get from the university, you can also get pre-law guidance and advising from the program and from some folks who've taken the law school admissions tests or have taken and passed the bar exam, who know in depth about law schools across the country and admission into law schools. Also, you'll get unique and tailored internships and clinical experiences that I'll talk to you about a little more in a second. And finally, there's this sort of rich environment where you get to take, get to go to law-related talks and symposia and guest lectures that in depth you really can't get at other programs across the country.
All right. In terms of math and language requirements for the BA in Law, we do require that you complete Math 112, which is college algebra, or you can complete a higher math course. We also require that you have a 4th semester proficiency in a foreign language. There are many areas of study within the Bachelor of Arts in Law, and that includes criminal law, immigration law, international law, environmental law, business law, and many others that we haven't mentioned here. You'll have access to courses offered in both the School of Government and Public Policy and the James E. Rogers College of Law. These courses will study anything from legal analysis, indigenous peoples law, human rights law, public international law, cybercrime, prohibition, legalization, regulation, anything about the governing of intoxicating substances, and women and the law.
Right, and on top of this, our clinical and internship experience is really of note. So, for example, you would have the opportunity to intern in a government law office like the Attorney General's office, or a nonprofit organization in which you might be interested, or a law firm, just to name a few. And unlike other schools and programs, the law school has an undergraduate legal clinical experience where you actually get sort of deep firsthand practical knowledge, in particular in the areas of juvenile justice and juvenile rights. And so these are opportunities, at least to this extent, are hard to find anywhere else in the country. You also have the opportunity for 2 different express lanes to graduate legal education. The first is the Accelerated Master's Program, or AMP for short. Now, this is available at the moment exclusively to BA and law students. You do have to mind your GPA, keeping it at a 3.3 or above, which I know you can accomplish. And if you do, you could get your bachelor's degree plus your master's, your Master of Legal Studies degree, in as little as 1 additional semester after your bachelor's degree. So it's a fantastic way to get both your bachelor's and your master's credentials in a very concise amount of time. You can also concentrate your study too, with a concentration in family and juvenile law, compliance and legal risk management, criminal law and policy, and there are others, just to give you some examples. An additional expressway that is attractive and that you have available exclusively to BA and law students is the 3+3 program. Traditionally, you'd have to do 4 years of bachelor degree plus 3 years of law school before you become a lawyer or a judge someday. With the 3+3 program, if you could fulfill all of your educational requirements aside from the law, some of the law curriculum by the end of your junior year, and if you apply to and are accepted in our graduate JD program, then you could finish in a whole year quicker than you could through the traditional route. So that is, in short, an attractive express lane available to you in case you want to go off to law school on the graduate level. And we have had BA and law student graduates already go to fantastic and preeminent law schools on both coasts here and all across the country, as well as to go into master's and PhD programs in political science and other complementary fields. You could, in addition, go right into the workforce with the Bachelor of Arts degree. We frame this in a way that there's so many jobs that work with law and regulation, but that don't necessarily involve lawyers or judges. So just to give you some examples, compliance officers, healthcare administrators, environmental impact analysts, those who work in legislative offices or human resources departments and corporations, just to name a few. So that is an additional pathway for those of you who will soon earn a Bachelor of Arts in Law.
We also have 2 outstanding academic advisors for the Bachelor of Arts in Law, and that is Kristen Kipke, who works with students' last names A through K, and Justin Betts, who works with students' last names L through Z. If you're interested in declaring the BA Law major, all you have to do is visit our website at sgpp.arizona.edu/declare. You must have a UA grade point average of 2.0 or higher, or be in your first semester at the U of A. And that is an introduction to the Bachelor of Arts in Law at the University of Arizona.
Thank you.